weekend, friends. So today is Friday. It is our last day of setup, pre-planning, that sort of thing. We are not allowed in schools on the weekends, so this is my last day to get prepped for Monday. I can always go back and change some setup and add some things next week because we won't have students. But today I really want to focus on getting in there, getting things situated to where I'm comfortable and I'm ready for Monday, and then getting all of my slides, everything in. I did build some slides and work on some things last night and I'll show you those when I get to school. But other than that, I'm going to get out of here. I have already been awake since 5. I had to go to the grocery store this morning for my kids and get them some things, and I feel like this day is already a really long day because the grocery store was packed at 7 a.m. So it was crazy, y'all. So now it is 8:50 and I'm gonna head off to work, and I will see you there. Okay guys, so I'm in my room. I had to bring in a few things, so it took me a second to unload. I'll just show you what I brought in real quick, so let me flip you around. So no big deal. I just brought some plates and forks and spoons so that when I bring my lunch up here, I have supplies already. And I just keep these in this little blue locker that I found. I actually got this from IKEA as well, but this was in like their clearance section in the front of the store. I think I paid like 10 bucks for that little locker, so a good deal. And then I got my bag full of stuff. So a few things came last night, and I'll show you what those are in a second. That's just my lunch bag. I brought some more tablets in, and I had to wheel that in. That I had at home. These little clips won't stay. I need to fix those. I had that at home because I use that during distance learning, and I'm probably going to have to use it, you know, obviously for our distance learning again, our virtual learning. So I need to throw some other chart papers, tablets on there, so I have it when it's time, because I can have that behind me as I'm doing stuff. And I also think I'm gonna probably have to move that closer to where I am standing. So I think what I'm gonna work on today is setting up like an area right here, so that the students can see the screen if I have to do anything. Although I can't control that screen with anything. I don't know. Again, my phrase, I don't know. So this is how I left that area. Once again, I'm going to set you down. I'm going to move some things around. I'm going to listen to some Jimmy Buffett because I'm going to pretend I'm at the beach, and I'm going to rearrange a little bit and see what I think. Okay. I don't know if you can really tell. That looks so much better. I'm actually going to move that table a little bit more too. It looks so much better. Okay, so just like I did with the other one, I'm going to sit on this today, see how I like it. I may end up moving it back maybe next week, but I got to play around with, so our little document cameras are supposed to be the cameras for our room. So I got to play around with that. I need to get some stuff done. I can't keep rearranging. So I'm going to leave it like that. I did move that back over there so that only my little cart is there, and I can roll that around the room if I need to. I moved that back there. I think I'm still going to take the cushion home. I don't know yet. So just a few little changes. I'll give you a little closer view of it. So I'm going to move this more like that. I have another chair in the car that I want to bring in as well, because that is not a comfortable chair. So I pushed that up against the wall, and I put my little gray shelf next to it because there's always stuff that I need while I'm teaching. I'm going to move some of those binders and stuff because I don't need all of those. I do use, that's my guided reading binder. I think it was more organized for my classroom teaching, like if I had students in here before, it was more organized for that. But for distance teaching, I think it's fine like this. My problem is I either leave the black box like that or I turn it back around the way it was. But like I said, I think I'm going to leave it for today and see how I like it. I've got to play around with the digital streaming, so I'm going to do that. But that's where we're at. So, back up a little bit so you can see it some more. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that, and I'm going to go ahead and get things set up. Okay guys, so I just got back from getting stuff out of my car, finishing getting stuff. I brought my chair in, this one. I'll show you that in a minute. And I've been kind of setting up my laptop, getting everything together for today. I have found a whole bunch of old student papers, like old assessments and stuff that I'm going to throw away. And I got my new little things out. I can't wait to show you when they go up. So I have to go check out my son's. Both of them get, one of them gets a laptop, one of them gets an iPad for distance learning. So I have to go check those out. I have to go drop off keys. I have to go drop off a gift card for one of our teachers. So I have to go down to the office and do some stuff. But I wanted to show you, what did I want to show you just a minute ago? I don't remember. I don't remember. I pulled up the camera to show you something, and now I'm like, what did I want to show you? Okay, I guess I'll think about it, and if I remember, I'll show you. I'll be right back. Hi guys. So what a day. It has been absolutely insane here today. We've had one meeting after another. Then my husband came up to help me figure out our ladybug camera, document camera things. So I figured out how to use my ladybug with my computer, have it stationary. I don't know where I'm going to put it in the room, but I can decide that later. And then, so because I'm teaching hopefully with students in my room, and then I'll have students at home watching as well. So I think I've got it situated and worked out, and I've got to sit down right now. I have to send out messages to my parents and families, welcoming them to the new year, because we're supposed to have our Meet the Teacher tonight, even though it's not Meet the Teacher, it's all virtual. So I'm going to send out messages to my families. I haven't gotten hardly anything done off my list that I needed to get done today. So it is 15 till 3 right now. I think I'm going to end up being here until like 6 o'clock tonight, just trying to get stuff done for Monday. And then it looks like I'm going to be working over the weekend on slides and getting stuff prepped, because we have to teach, basically we're going to have to teach the families how to do a lot of the stuff that we need them to do on Monday. So I don't think I'm going to worry too much about having precise lessons done. It's going to be a little different on Monday. Y'all, I never thought this would be what school is like, but it's one for the history books, right? So I think we figured it out. Right now I'm going to send out my family message, and then I'm going to show you the bags that I'm sending home, and for parents, because they're going to come up next week and get like little to-go bags to keep at home. And then what else? Yeah, so that's what it's looking like. I'm going to do that, and then I will check back in with you guys. Okay, y'all, so I wanted to show you my to-do list before I got started. Let me come back over here. So this is the to-do list I started last night making. And I know it doesn't look like a lot, but there's more. And I haven't done anything off this to-do list today. Holy smokes, it has been a day. It has been a day of trying to figure out technology, and that has taken me literally 3 hours just this afternoon to get working. Very frustrating, but I have books that I need to locate for Monday. I have writing things that I need to get in for next week. I have to schedule some one-on-one things next week, so I know who I'm going to meet with one-on-one virtually. I have to work on their data folders. I need to pull our math, science, social studies, and health lessons. I don't think I'm going to worry about those next week. Well, the math one I am, but I don't know about the other ones just yet. I wanted to create my students their own poetry notebook in Google so that they could just add to it on there, but I don't know if that's going to happen yet. Oh, wait, I did do something. I got the Ladybug camera working. Woohoo, I can cross something off. I'm going to do that. I wanted to do their writing notebooks to send home. I haven't gotten that done. That has to get done today, so I've got to do that. I have to do the schedule and info packets and stuff to send out to my parents, so I have to get that done today. I need to finish printing the sound wall. I have to run the DSA forms and the forms for the data folders. I wanted to create the writing page for my first day Jitters. So yeah, I mean, working on attendance forms, and the rest of this is just like updates and news. So that's not too bad. So, oh, it's 3 pages. I have to make a step-by-step list for our grading system to go into our online system. So that is my to-do list. Holy smokes. I was going to show you before I start packing these up what I'm putting in their baggies that are going to go home so far. Because it looks like I have quite a few students that are going to be doing launch our online stuff. So a notebook, a dry erase board, some math tools. I can't find any of my markers. I think they're in one of my drawers, so I might put a marker in here too to go with their dry erase board. And then I'm going to pull out their workbooks as well. Their math workbook I'm going to go ahead and send home because they're going to be, most of these kids are going to be home until at least Christmas. So there's that. This might go in there. What else? I can't think of anything else. I wanted to send more than just these notebooks home, but I may just ask parents to pick up a few things at home. And I don't know about crayons because we don't have a big old supply of crayons at the school. I might go down and look in our supply closet and see if we have crayons to go in these as well. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to start loading these. I'm going to put you down while I do it, and I'm going to start loading these up so I can get these. Okay, before I put you down, I wanted to show you something else that I was going to add to their things. I'm going to go ahead and put a dry erase marker in there. I'm going to go ahead and give them this little notebook for letter practice because we're going to be working on that the first 9 days a lot. And I forgot that I had these little things. These are little pencil pouches that have all kinds of supplies and stuff in them for the students. So I'm going to go ahead and give them these. They have little colored markers, crayons, pencils, a glue stick or 2 glue sticks, and a little bottle of glue. And I think there's a pencil sharpener in there too. Yeah, a pencil sharpener. So those are great for them. I'm going to go ahead and put those in their little bags as well, so that way they have at least a little something to get started at home. So I'm going to start loading these up, and I'm going to put you guys down. That over. So guys, there's my tub, my big tub, full of student supplies to go home next week. Like I said, there's just a couple different notebooks, some math tools, and a little pencil pouch with supplies that we get donated, and a dry erase board and marker in there. So I think that that'll kind of get them started, and then I'm sending out supplies, a few lists for parents of things that are optional that they can get, that hopefully might be helpful for them. So, okay, so I wanted to show you guys my new little friends for our wall. So this is that reading area in our classroom. And I told you that's why I couldn't put the sign, the letters up there, because I had something else in mind for it. So I ordered my little Nemo friends, and I think in the past I've always done take a bite out of a good book as my saying. But since it's Nemo, the sharks from Nemo, I thought it might be cute to do books or friends. I don't know if I should do books or friends, not food, or if I should just do books or friends, or if I should stick with take a bite out of a good book. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below, what you think, which saying, take a bite out of a good book, books or friends, not food, or just books or friends. So I'm gonna have a friend cut out the letters for me with their Cricut, and I just wanna know which saying you think is the best for that. I already kind of have one in mind, but I wanna know y'all's thoughts on that as well. And then look what else I got. I got my porthole. So my porthole is one of those things that got thrown away. And I've always had a porthole ever since I started my shark theme a couple years ago. I just love it so much, and I love that it's Bruce peeking in, because he's kind of a not so frightening shark for the students. They kind of love him anyway because it's Bruce. So I just think it looks so cute on the wall in there. I used to, or I thought about doing it in the bathroom, on our inside the bathroom, so that when students are in the bathroom, they see him on the wall. And I may order like another one or another sticker for the bathroom wall. But I just love him. The kids love lining up and seeing him staring at them. So that's my Bruce. And then hopefully on my ceiling, my little, I have these little lanterns that look like sharks, but they haven't come in yet. So hopefully I'm gonna get those before school opens back up as well. So my room is a bigger mess now than it was earlier. So I need to get this cleaned up, and I have got to get my parent packet done. So I'm gonna sit down and work on my parent packet. Okay, so I wanted to show you a few things. So I'm getting my mess cleaned up. I forgot to put those in those take-home bags, so I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna take these back home because they've been sitting up here and they've gotten quite dusty, so I'm gonna take those back home and wash them. But I forgot, a couple years back, I picked up these things when they were like all on a sale. I think I got them from Sam's. And I just kind of stored them in my closet, and I thought, those would be great to use for like phonics word study type notebooks. So I got those out so I would remember to use them. I think that's what I'm going to use them for. It's like word study notebooks. I'm just going to put them in here for right now. Oh, I need to get their math workbooks out too. And I wanted to show you guys the glue sponges so that you could see. I haven't touched these since I showed these to you 2 weeks ago. I put them kind of off to the side and I haven't touched them. So I'm going to reload the glue, but I wanted you to see. So 2 weeks they haven't been opened. There's still a ton of glue. There's still a ton of glue in there. They still smell fresh. What I'm going to do is I'm going to refill the glue in the bottom. Then I'm going to flip them over and they'll be ready to go. And I don't even have to spray them because they're still damp and okay, but which is probably because they haven't been opened and exposed to air. But they last, y'all. You can smell the mouthwash in them. So that's them. You can see the glue is about soaked up into the sponge completely. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to add the glue into it and flip the sponge, and they will still be good to go. Okay, so I'm finally sitting down. Not going to be dealing with any kind of technology stuff. I'm just going to work down my list of stuff that I need to do. Sorry, I'm starving. I'm eating a cookie. My favorite cookies. So I'm gonna work through my list of stuff I need to do, and I thought I would talk it out with you guys, which I tend to talk a lot, so this may end up getting cut out. Okay. Still using my iPad planner. I'm forcing myself. It's okay. I miss my paper, but it's okay. So, I found one of the books. Actually, I found two of the books that are on our list to use next week. One is Enemy Pie, and it's on Tumble Books. So That's a great one to use because then the kids can kind of see like a visual of the book versus just me holding the book in a screen, that's tough. I'm gonna mark it out with red. Okay, so those are done. I got my ladybug camera working. I'm not going to worry about the poetry folder right now. That's not necessary. I got the writing books out to send home. I'm going to work on the slides this weekend. That was one of the things, I wanted to work on some of my slides. I'm going to do that this weekend because there's no point for me staying here to do that. Oh, I do want to show you the slides I created. I'll show you those in just a second. One of the things that's my goal next week is to do one-on-ones, not Monday, because that's just going to be a crazy day, but like to start scheduling one-on-ones with my kids. But I don't think I need to schedule it and send it out to the parents. I just need to, whoever's in class, just like I would do in here, while they're busy doing something, or when I know it's going to be like their break, right before I dismiss them and say, okay guys, now you have a 10-minute bathroom break, I'm going to say, so and so, stay on with me for a minute. I'm going to pull you into a breakout room. I haven't worked breakout rooms with Microsoft Teams yet. Microsoft Teams is what I'm using, but I think that'll work. And pull them into a breakout room. Maybe I should play around with that real fast. Yeah, I'll play around with that. So I need to create a schedule just for myself of how to do that. And I wanted to pull and do their data folders. I just used, oh, I think I left their folders. Left their folders at home. Where did I put those folders? I think they're sitting on my coffee table. So I need to run all of the papers so that I can staple them together at home because I left all the folders at home. That's on my list. I need to do the DSA forms, which I don't have to do those today, but those do need to get done because I want to do that with them one-on-one when I'm meeting with them one-on-one. I'll go through like all of the things that I'm using for them. I'll try to put that at this part of the video. So before I edit the video tonight, the stuff that's in their data folder. Actually, I might be able to show you one. Hold on. Oh, I found them. Okay, so this is my data binder. Don't get scared. It's a lot. It's more data than I need, but I'm quite obsessed with data. I love data. So I need more desk space, y'all. This is why I use my table, because I just need that much space. So let me show you one that doesn't have much of a name on it. This might be good. No, that's got his name on the inside. I don't want to show you one with one of my students' names on the inside. I don't think this one has his name on the inside. Okay, so I just use these folders, manila folders. And I'm actually thinking of ordering the ones that have the brads on it so that I just hole punch it, and that way I can move papers around, because right now I just staple them, which is fine. But I just use that. And then I use this form to keep up with their reading assessments. So the various units, and I do it by quarter. So this was quarter 2 for him. And then I have, there's his quarter 1 reading. And I probably could have done quarter 1 and 2 together because we have 3 assessments per quarter. They're like every 2 weeks-ish or so. So my students color these in. That won't be the same this year. So I may not use this page because most of my students I won't have here to color it in with me. So I may use something else. If I do, I'll show that to you. I'll film that tonight. This was his spelling. So you can see he's a good speller. He was in one of my top groups. I can show you another one because that's not realistic. This was their DRA, and I didn't even color in his other DRA, so this was his December, right before the first 9 weeks where he left off, DRA. And I started fluency so he could read 25 words per minute. I didn't keep up with this guy's at all. That was a bad one. Let's see. Let me show you a more realistic one because we don't have all of the perfect kids. So again, so this is reading. You can see he was kind of all over the place. Reading tests, his unit tests. This was his word study test, so his spelling test. That was second and third quarter word study. So I just write down here what the skill was. So like CK digraph, then long A with the vowel consonant E pattern. So long A, long I, long O, and long U, and then we had Bossy R's that I didn't fill in on him, or didn't meet with him, probably because that's when COVID hit. We had 2 tests that before COVID hit, so that was quarter 2, and we hadn't taken our third quarter test. Well, actually, we had taken our third quarter test. I don't know why that's on here. And then his reading one. And then also in here, I put, so I do reading by quarter, math by quarter, and whatever unit assessments we do. In the past, I've done pre-assessment and post-assessments. That's why I used a whole page. So I would pre-assess them first and then do their post-assessment and see if there was a growth. I don't know how it'll work this year with them being at home and we can't do proper, in my head, proper assessments with them because they're at home. And then we print off, in Florida we use iReady, so we print off their iReady spreadsheets. Obviously I can't show you those of this student's because they have all of his data and information on it, and you can see his name and everything. And then any phonological awareness assessments that we give them, I give them the past test, phonological awareness skills test. So that goes in there. The running record forms, that goes in there. This kid, I mean, he's got a lot because he was one of my kiddos that needed help. So here's our, see, I told you we do iReady. So anytime they passed a lesson, they got a check mark. And if they made 100, they got to color in a star. So I started this in second quarter or third quarter, second semester, just to help them keep track of it a little bit more. And then their data form from iReady is in the front. So, and then what I do is on the back, any type of information that I need on him, is I just write it on the back, or on my students on the back. So that's that, but I will probably change that up a little bit because they're not going to be around to color in their stuff. Let me show you what's in my binder because that's more. This is different. That's what I do with them. Sorry, y'all. I do that with them so that they can see their growth and monitor their growth. I'm going to set that down there. Okay. So in my binder, I just have their number. Like this is number 1. I wish I could show you this a little bit better, but because it's got all their names and stuff on it, I don't want to lift it up and point my phone down. I want to be respectful. But I have a chart that I keep in their folder, and in the very beginning of the school year, I write what writing stage they're in, if they're stylized, if they're transitional, that sort of thing. I write their F&P reading stage or their DRA reading stage, reading level. I write their iReady initial scores from the pre-tests, which I don't know how that'll work this year. How many sight words they can do, and their letter ID ability. So did they identify all their letters and sounds? And then each quarter I write an updated thing. So at the end of first quarter, I go in and I put how they're doing on their assessments. I put their current F&P level, how many sight words they can do at the end of each quarter. I do their writing stage at the end of each quarter. And then I have a spot for running records throughout the quarters. So I have 3, like because I usually do a running record on them once a week at least. I try to, but that doesn't always happen because of our schedule. So I try to get at least a running record. I try to at least get 2 each quarter, like official ones. So in this binder, I have that data form that stays in the front. I have their sight word check sheet. I have any running records that I've done on them, that's gone in there. And then if they did any like other assessments, their kindergarten, these are their kindergarten graphs and stuff from kindergarten. Their initial DRA or F&P test that I did with them to place them. So that goes in there. And then if I have a student that is needing intervention for whatever reason, that binder goes in here because I don't want them to see that. I want to have it with my data, but I don't want them to see it, so I don't keep it in this. I write little notes on the backs of their folders, but if I have a student that has, like that I have a separate folder like this little chickadee, if I have a student that has a separate folder of interventions and things like that, different data, then I will keep it in my binder that they don't see because I don't want them to see that. But then this way, this is like all the student information. At the front of this binder, I keep like all the copies of the tests that I need, all the assessments. So that's just kind of how I organize it. So I have their notebooks that they fill out, which, sorry, my daughter called me. So I have their notebooks that they fill out, which again, I don't think we'll be able to do that because they won't be here with me. But, so I may just use my binder. I may just use my information in my binder and not worry about their making all the copies for their stuff. I think that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably just clean out my binder, make the copies for my binder that I need so that I can take notes and write down their information. And since more than half my class is not going to be with me, I just will have to write down all their information and they won't be keeping track of it in the same way, I think. So let me know what you're doing, how you keep up with your data, what you do in your classroom. Let me know. I love data. I love learning new ways to collect data and keep data. It's like one of those things that every time I go visit another teacher's room, I always want to see their grade book or their stuff because I just love finding new ways to keep up with stuff. So I am going to work on my list. Oh, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to work on, let me show you this. Hold on. Okay, so the book that I'm doing Monday, the Pigeon Has to Go to School book, I wanted to have some slides to do with my students. So I just created these real quick last night. I bought this packet from TPT, but I kind of cut and pasted it into slides, what I would need, so that I could use it with my students virtually. But I will link this packet below that is off TPT. So I just put the picture of the book that we're doing so we could talk about it. And then I posted our essential questions that we have from it. This is just to try to get us started in the school and again, even though we're doing these lessons and these slides, I'm more interested in teaching them the procedures of navigating our computer platform. That's the goal, while still teaching them content, you know? So I put the vocabulary slide in there. So we'll talk about each one of these vocabulary words before we read the book. We'll have a discussion about what a character is, what the problem looks like. These are things that they should remember from kindergarten. Then we will read the story together. And then after we've read the story, we'll have a discussion and retell the story with the pictures. And these pictures will just slide up here. So they'll help me move the pictures. And then we will talk about how the pigeon felt at school, about school in the beginning and how that changed at the end. So we'll talk about it first. I will demonstrate how that they can show this to me, how they can draw this. And then I'm going to put this page on their online platform and I'm going to show them how to. So I just made a copy of that other slide. If you see that, that's just the same slide. So I'm putting this page on our online platform. I'm actually going to use Nearpod, so they can draw with their iPads. They can draw a picture, or they can choose to write sentences if they want to, but they'll have both options. And then they'll have to submit it and turn it in. So that's going to probably be a process. I'm going to teach them how to do it, show them how to submit on our online platform, but it'll probably take an hour, and I think I have it blocked off for 30 minutes or so. But just guessing, with how distance learning went, it took my students a long time to navigate stuff. They'll get the hang of it, but it'll take them a while at first. But that's the plan. That's the plan for that book. That is our morning that we're going to do, and then we'll have a really long break, and then we're going to come back for first day jitters, and that is what, let me flip you back around. So first day jitters will be our writing response, and they will have hopefully a notebook or piece of paper, and they will respond to me with first day jitters, with like a question about how they felt about the first day of school. They will respond on that paper and then either submit a picture of it or scan it. I don't know that very many of them will be able to scan it, but they'll respond to that one in writing, so that they can practice submitting a picture on our platform. So again, another procedure, I want them to do the writing part of it. They won't have their notebooks yet. Those won't be delivered till Wednesday, but I want them to have practice their writing, but the procedure of submitting something on our online platform is the way I'm getting that out. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to work on my schedule, which I already have saved from last year, and it should be exactly the same. So hopefully it won't take me very long to just fix it. Okay, so it's just easier for me to pull out my folder and show it to you from my folder. That's the packet that I use, but I kind of pull bits and pieces. So I'm just going to show you my folder. I won't be worrying about that. So this is the student information card that I ask parents to fill out. I'm going to scan this in. I think it is part of this packet. I'll post this packet in the description box. But this is the student information form that I ask parents to fill out. And then I print it or keep it in a notebook near my telephone. And so anytime I need to get a hold of the parents for any reason, that's right in there. So there's that. Then my daughter cut these last year. Can you tell? They're all crooked. So this is my little handbook my little flip book that I send home with my parents. Obviously I won't send this home until like the first actual start of school, so I don't know that we'll be doing an open house in September like we always do, but that's that. I may go ahead and start updating that. We'll see, but I do want to get that form filled out. That's a parent-teacher conference form. Okay, so I usually send this whole packet home with them, and I'll probably just send it digitally. Just a page, a little bit about me. So that's in here. That's in this packet. What our special schedule is, that'll be a little bit different right now. That was for the Remind app, but I don't use Remind anymore because we use, I can't show you that. This is my magnet, but I just send them home with a magnet. And then I've got my Bitmoji on the corner of it. It basically just has my name, my email, my class phone, our school phone, that sort of thing. And then for open house, I send them home with all of this type of stuff, but they don't need that right now. Yeah. I don't need, these are my signs for Meet the Teacher Night. So I'd have this sign taped to, one of those little stands from IKEA. Anyway, I have these signs taped up around the room with the paper that they need to sign in. So I will probably not worry with that because I have all their email addresses. So then we have our Instagram thing so that they can join our Instagram, which again, we probably won't do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think some of this stuff I need to, there's my blank copies. Some of this stuff. Oh, I used to do a class scavenger hunt. That is on my TPT store if y'all want a class scavenger hunt. If your school is opening face-to-face and you just want to keep the kids busy, they love the class scavenger hunt. I'll link that below. They love it. And it's editable, so you can kind of edit it to your needs. But my kids love the scavenger hunt. In fact, they end up staying way longer. So I don't know how your school's doing things this year, but if they are back to normal, then that's great. So you're welcome to find that at my TPT store. I think it's just like $1 or something. Okay guys, so I'm getting ready to head out of here. There is a really yucky storm coming, so I want to try to get home before it gets really nasty. I think I'm about as ready as I can be. I'll flip you around and show you what my thoughts are for Monday, and I am going to try to film Monday while I'm teaching, sorry. But I'm going to flip you around and show you where we're at. Yeah, I think we're ready. Okay, so this is the view from that teaching corner. So I have all my desks spread apart. I have my chairs, and those are going home with the math stuff that's over here. I've got my crate seats down, rocker seats, and then regular desks. But like I said, we're not starting yet, so I don't have to worry about exact numbers just yet. I just wanted to get it kind of all placed. This is going to be my teaching space Monday. I'm going to be using the smartboard behind me for a couple things, just so they get used to it, like the calendar, that sort of thing. I'm going to have my setup here that I have to set up Monday. I'm going to try to get myself just a little stand for my laptop. We'll see. We'll see. And I don't know how that's going to work, because if I want to use that, then I really have to be over at the station. So I guess we'll see. But that's it. Everything's kind of set up. It's not, pretty like it normally is. I don't have all the decorations out, but for Monday, it's good. I don't hate that space. I can live with it for now. It's a lot more organized today than it was yesterday. I like the fact that the cabinet's up against the wall, and I was able to scoot that back quite a bit. So that looks a little bit more organized. I had to take my printer home. I have to connect my printer to the internet at home a lot, so that's why that's gone. So, yeah. That's it. I need to turn off my laminator and my fan, but there we go. Okay guys, so I think I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna work on some more slides and some things for Monday, just getting organized tonight. I think I'm gonna be taking my daughter and her best friend back to school shopping tomorrow. We might go down to the outlets, something like that. So if I get any work done over the weekend, I'll try to film what I do and do maybe just a quick short video. I had a lot of good feedback on the Google Slides video, and that was kind of a late night, let me just film what I'm doing. I didn't even do like a proper intro or outro for it. I just tried to get some demo done in case somebody helped it or needed it. And I think it helped a couple of you guys. So I can do more videos like that, but we'll be doing the slides. So if you want to see them, just leave me a like or comment on this video and let me know. Other than that, I think I am ready as I'll ever be for Monday, I guess. We sent out our messages on Class Dojo, and only 2 of my parents saw them, so I may spend some time tonight sending out an email as well and creating an email list, just to get emails out there as well. Try to get contact with parents, because I don't think they know to check Class Dojo just yet. So I'm going to do that tonight as well. And yeah, but I can do all that from home. So I will see you guys Monday. I hope you have a fantastic, restful weekend. If you're starting school on Monday like we are, whether it's virtually or in person, good luck. Have a fantastic first day of school. Have a great, restful weekend. And I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.